All right, let's see. Down here at hive number 1, I haven't smoked them yet. I just got the smoker going. Hey, if you haven't checked out the introduction video for this week, y'all should, because this was the second time this season that I came out to shoot an introduction to hear and then witness one of the colonies swarming. And I'm not going to move the camera, but they are not too far from the bee yard here. Actually, I can see them right now. So now I'm just trying to figure out which hive swarmed and then come up with a plan later today after I'm done inspecting the hives to try and recapture them. So hive number 1 was queen right. Last inspection they did have some queen cells in development, so they are a candidate to possibly have swarmed just now. But given the activity from the entrances, I think it was hive number 6 that swarmed. So either way, just a routine inspection. Like I said, they were queen right last time, so I'm just going to keep an eye out for the queen. And if I find a queen that is not marked, I will try to get her marked. Man, they seal down the cover quite well. Let's see. Yeah, this top box is one of the boxes I used for the harvest this year. And they needed some space last time, which is why I added this box back. And I just want to show you real quick, they are continuing to pack away the nectar. Yeah, both sides. Nice nectar. I don't know if you can see that or not, or if it'll come up on camera, but that is full. And it's July 4th, so probably not going to harvest this. I'm just going to leave it for the bees to have a food source to get them through the dearth, which is, well, I was going to say usually happens around mid-June, but this year's been different, that's for sure. Yeah, this side too. So that was like, that first frame was frame 7. This is frame 3. But yeah, this top box, they filled in several frames very fast. I'm just gonna look at the 2. So that should be a nice food box for them. That's got some weight to it. Get into the bottom medium box, see what they've been up to. Can't remember if this box had drawn wax or if it was a new box, but they definitely needed space, and I gave it to them about 2 weeks ago, which is when the last inspection was. And if this was a new box or a newer box with drawn wax, they've done a pretty nice job in the meantime creating some brood. I know that was kind of random. I usually don't start with the center frame, but I just wanted to try to remind myself if this box was new. But given the amount of wax and brood on the center frame there, I think I added this box a little bit ago. It may have been on the entire season, and I didn't pull it for the honey harvest because it wasn't ready. Step in the side, give myself some space. So yeah, just overall quick look. Outside frames, typical for food stores and all. Center frame you saw, they had some nice brood in development. Same here. Nice patch of drone brood, which the textbooks say that's a sign of a healthy hive. If a hive can afford to raise drones, it's a sign that they're doing pretty well. And there's some eggs. I know this won't come up on camera, but there's some eggs over here. So they are queen right. Just gonna try and move relatively quickly. And she was marked last time, so I'm looking for a marked queen, but if I find an unmarked queen, that's also a sign that they have swarmed. Some nice brood on that side, uncapped brood, which will be capped in the next day or so, or the next few days. That's a nice full frame. The queen has most likely moved to the bottom box by now. Notice that they're pretty smart. They can pick up on any kind of disturbance, and I think they try to move as far away from any kind of commotion. It's a nice brood frame. Storing some nectar too. Them back. Let's get into the bottom box. First frame in the deep box. Nice pollen stores. Nice wax development on that side. That'll be a nice brood frame eventually. Same thing on this side. A lot of nice stored pollen. The bees are back on the camera. There's eggs surrounding that patch of capped brood. Found eggs in the top box. I mean, I know they're queen right. I'm just kind of going through the whole colony just for a thorough inspection. Third frame in the bottom box, if you can't tell, you probably can't from that angle, but I run it as a 8 frame because I have a division board feeder in there. And the bottom boxes, or at least the bottom box for some reason, doesn't really have a lot of capped brood so far. Bees do move upward, so maybe providing that the top boxes has something to do with that. I mean, they'll use the space if they need it. This is a better frame. They'll use the space if they need it, so it's better to provide them the space than not. Maybe it was just the outside frames that didn't have that much capped brood. Quite a few drones. You can see that or not. Decent area for that capped brood. That's a nice frame. Probably can't see it, but on this side, at the top as you look at it right now, just outside of the capped brood area, it's a nice patch of uncapped brood. So we're doing a good job. This frame has a lot of pupated larvae on it, which will be capped in the next week or so. Alright, last frame. Big old drones. There she is. Let me get her caged since she's still marked. There we go, just like that. I've said it a few times, just be very careful with these queen cages because it takes next to no pressure and it'll open up and next thing you know, the queen is not in there anymore. Go figure, I find her on the very last frame. That's it's pretty common for me. Like I said, I think they're pretty smart and they realize when there's some commotion going on in the form of a hive inspection. But yeah, nice queen, she's doing a great job. Just gonna set her down here, move the frames back together, get them put back together, and then we'll release her. I think it's hive number 6. Figure that out later today when I get into them. There's some smoke. Have the top boxes. Call it a day. That ain't gonna work. Let's move this. Box has some weight to it. The bees have quickly filled those cells. Alright. Let's get the queen released and call it a day. Alright, hive number 1. Queen right. Doing a nice job. There she goes. Nope, still in the cage. Let's go the other way. There she is. Sometimes you gotta help them. There she goes right there. Alright, that does it for hive number 1. A little longer of an inspection, approaching about 20 minutes or so, but between a deep box and 2 medium boxes, which is essentially like running a double deep, it takes a little bit of time, especially if you go through all the frames. Not exactly necessary, but it's just something that I like to do. Hey, thanks for watching Cole's Farm here in Jacksonville, North Carolina. If you are interested in purchasing any local honey, we do have some available. If the book now button is an option on Instagram or Facebook, that means we are actively taking appointments for honey sales. We sell honey through the Square site. So again, if you just click the book now button, it takes you to the Square site. It's by appointment only, so pick a day and a time that works for you. You can book up to 7 days in advance. You pay through the site. We'll coordinate instructions with you, but for the most part, we just leave honey on the front porch about an hour before your appointment for easy pickup. And that's that. And we appreciate everybody that does purchase honey from us because it helps us fund our beekeeping hobby. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. We appreciate it. Everybody that does subscribe, we take that as you saying thanks for us sharing the content that we do. If you have any questions or tips or advice or anything you want to share with us, just leave them in the comments. I try to engage with our audience as much as possible. And thanks for watching, everybody.